an outbreak of infectious disease, for example, or any kind of disease na pagkawaray na yan na contain. So, na-infect na niya, kailangan nito mga tao. So, kami nito na-inflict na yan. Para ito
For centuries, plague represented disaster for people living in Asia, Africa, and Europe. There were three major plague pandemics. The first recorded pandemic, the Austinian plague, began in 541 AD but eventually killed over 25 million people. The second pandemic, widely known as the Black Death or the Great Plague, originated in China in 1334 and spread along the great trade routes to Constantinople and then to Europe. The number of deaths was enormous. It has been calculated that 1/4 to 1/3 of the total population of Europe, or 25 million persons, died from plague during the Black Death. The third pandemic was the Great Plague of London of 1664 to 1666, caused between 75,000 and 100,000 deaths in a population.
In a remote trade route in Central Asia, there lies the Bacillus Yersinia pestis. It was carried in the bloodstream of black rats and in the fleas which fed on it. The plague first spread to China, India, Egypt, and until it reached to Crimea. A group of Italian merchants who were expelled from their trading posts took refuge at the city of Kaffa in Crimea in 1345. October 1347, they had docked at the port of Sicily. Their cargo, loaded with dead and deceased sailors, were hard to isolate. With just a brief encounter, rats and fleas carrying the bacillus were able to travel on the valley, and after a week, the disease had already spread.
How do plague transmit to humans? Humans acquire plague from the bite of an infected flea or rodent. The bacteria that causes plague can be transmitted from a host, such as a rat, to a human through the bite of an animal or insect, such as the flea. Transmission can also occur when someone inhales plague-infected organisms that have been released into the air. People with pneumonic plague can also transmit airborne plague through cough droplets of their own respiratory fluid. Close contact with plague-infected tissue or fluid can also transmit plague-causing bacteria to humans.
There are three basic forms of plague, and each form can be classified according to its symptoms. The first one is the bubonic plague. It is the most common form of plague. It infects the immune system, causing inflammation. Its symptoms are fever and chills, headache, muscle pain, general weakness, seizures, and painful swollen lymph glands called buboes. The second one is the septicemic plague. It happened when the bacteria enter the bloodstream directly and multiply there. Its symptoms are abdominal pain, diarrhea, nausea and vomiting, fever and chills, extreme weakness, bleeding, shock, and skin turning black or gangrene. The third one is the pneumonic plague. It occurs when the bacteria spread to the lungs, and it is the most lethal form of the disease. Its symptoms are trouble breathing, chest pain, cough, fever, headache, overall weakness, and bloody sputum.
To prevent the occurrence of plague, you should reduce rodent habitat around your home, workplace, and recreational areas. Remove brush, rock piles, junk, cluttered firewood, and possible rodent food supplies. Make your home and outbuildings rodent-proof. Wear gloves if you are handling or skinning potentially infected animals to prevent contact between your skin and the plague bacteria. Use repellent if you think you could be exposed to rodent fleas during activities. Keep fleas off of your pets. If your pet becomes sick, seek care from a veterinarian as soon as possible. Do not allow dogs or cats to sleep on your bed. Plague is a very serious illness, but is treatable with commonly available antibiotics. The earlier a patient seeks medical care, the better their chances are of a full recovery.